Hi, welcome to Room to Grieve podcast. We're your hosts, Karen and Bec. Grab yourself a cuppa, find a comfortable spot, and we'll journey through grief together.
Good morning.
Morning, how are you?
I'm fine. You're in a different environment.
I am. It's a bit echoey, isn't it? But I've been relegated to downstairs today. So I'm in the playroom.
Nice. Looks nice.
It's just not very bright and sunny. It's so rainy and wet here and really miserable.
It's horrible. We shouldn't have complained last week. It is so horrible.
I've left all my washing on the line.
That's probably going to be there a fortnight.
Yeah. And all the cushions are out, and you just think, oh,
yeah,
never mind. There's
no point in stressing over something as trivial as that, is there really?
No, exactly.
Doesn't matter. Do you know what? Before we start, I just wanted to thank everybody that, I know this sounds corny and cheesy and all that, but everybody that listens to us and watches us, I really, really do want to thank.
Yeah.
Because the general opinion is that we're helping people.
I know, it's mad, isn't it?
But I don't think that these people that, like, now a lot of people would consider as friends, I don't think they realise just how much they're helping us as well. And I just wanted to say it.
Yeah, exactly.
All them thumbs up and messages, comments, emails, they make a massive difference to our lives, especially mine.
No, they do. They do. And sometimes you kind of think, like, it's that whole what's the point in life? This is all just shit. And then I think, I'm just not going to do it anymore. I'm not going to do anything anymore. I'm going to give up on everything.
Yeah.
And then...
Is that you heavy breathing or Kevin?
Oh. Kevin's in the mic.
Kevin's in the camera. Kevin!
Oh.
He's a nuisance.
It really is. I don't know what to... Oh, I don't know what to do with him. He wants to talk to me.
Can he not just sit on the settee and be quiet?
Come on. Open. Let's sit. Right, sit down.
Right, we'll try. I don't think this is going to work, do you?
Oh, stop.
Oh, God.
No, Kevin just wants to be a guest star this week, don't you?
All right, well, we'll see how we go, shall we?
Yeah.
We might have to pause and kick him out.
Well, hopefully Simon will come home soon and then he'll go and see Simon. But yeah, he just wanted to have a little cameo.
Right,
yeah.
Okay. Well, he's talked about often enough. He may as well be on. Oh, Jesus. This is so unprofessional.
Oh, everyone can see how much control I have over my dog. Sit down. Right, good boy. Sit.
Well, do you know who else helped me this week?
Who?
You.
Me? Why? What did I do?
Because of what you said last week about being more mindful and appreciating things. Yeah, I've tried it.
Have you?
Yeah, I like it.
Do you?
So if somebody said to me, if anybody I speak to, started talking about mindfulness, right?
It's gone.
Well, luckily we've got rid of Kevin.
Yeah. Sorry about that, people, but at least you all got to see who he was.
Yeah, it was nice to see him from a distance.
Yeah. That's how I feel.
Yeah, can't be doing with it. I know.
I do apologise.
I really, really, really need to focus on rehoming Roxy. And it's going to be so hard. She is my favourite cat, and I know I talk about it all the time, and I say, I really need to do it, and then I do absolutely nothing about it.
But there's a reason for that too, right?
Of course there's a reason for that. It's Em's last cat.
Yeah.
And I love her more than any of the others. She's got such a character. But it's so unfair. She's on her own nearly all the time. And I know cats don't need constant company, but we do, we're getting in from work, we're having our tea, we're going to bed, we're that tired. I know that's not going to be forever, but then we're not going to be here. And it's, I really, really need to focus on that. So that's my job for this week. But yeah, going back to you saying that you helped me. It really, really did. And I was going to say, if I would be speaking before in my old version of me to somebody who was into mindfulness, my first thought would be, how quickly can I get away from this person? This nutcase that's going on about mindfulness and all that crap.
Fucking hippie.
Yeah. I'm also not going to swear this week. Right, so no, I'm not going to swear. I'm not saying you don't have to do it, but for our very special viewer called Laurie, who has told me about a book which I've sent for, I wrote it down, Seeing the Supernatural.
Okay. Love the fact you can't even read your own
I think
handwriting
it
there.
might have something else underneath it. Lee Strobel, Seeing the Supernatural. Nope. I'll have to put the link on or something because I can't read my writing. I've sent for it anyway. And,
Okay, cool.
And I promise her I'm not going to swear this week.
Okay.
So she did actually say another word, instead of the F word, like fudge or something. But I think of fudge and I think of Emily's chocolate brownies with big chunks of fudge in.
Oh, okay.
So that spirals totally
Yeah.
out of control then.
Yeah.
Yeah. But God, the brain is powerful, isn't it?
Yeah.
Not powerful enough to kill a brain tumour, but that's another
Yeah.
thing. But I know you don't like, you're not really Mrs. Whiny anymore at the moment. You're quite positive.
Am I?
Yeah, I think so. And I was thinking about talking about positive mental attitude in grief.
Ooh, I wasn't actively trying to be positive, potentially less whining, but I didn't realise that actually came across as positive. I just thought it came across as silence.
No, I think it has. I mean, and it's not like toxic positivity is like pretending things are not happening. We're not pretending things are not happening.
No, I can't do the whole toxic
No,
positivity thing.
things are definitely still happening.
Yeah.
But we can't do it every day in 100% grief. Like we've always said that, haven't we? So
Yeah.
why not have a little bit of positivity in our lives and in our brain?
Yeah, I went to my friend's house in the week and
You got a friend?
I know, right? And they invited me round.
God,
I didn't get dressed, so I went in my pyjamas.
I don't that surprise me. You've only got a hoodie on because you've got your pyjamas on under there.
I have, yeah. Yeah, 100% I've got my pyjamas on.
I've got M's PE shorts. I don't know if you can see it.
Yeah, oh no, it's cold here. Yeah, I've 100% got pyjamas on. I went to my friend's house in my slippers and my pyjamas. One of my oldest school friends and then another old school friend that lives 2 doors up, so she drove and she picked me up and we all went round there. But anyway, she was saying to me, and I don't think she meant her choice of language, I just don't think she could find a better one, but she was like, do you all find you're getting over it now? And she was like, I don't mean over it, but I don't really know how else to describe it. She was like, are things kind of getting better? And I was like, no, just different. And she was like, you say that you don't get upset very often. And she just made me cry. She was like, but you're crying now. She was like, do you still find that things are happy? And I was like, yes. I was like, I think the only way I can describe it is that life is okay. I'm happy. I'm just heartbroken, and I can be happy and heartbroken at the same time.
Yeah, I totally get that because I don't think I've cried as much as I have done this week.
Yeah, and I think
I've had a good week.
Yeah.
How can you explain that to somebody?
And that's what it was. I was trying to explain to her that I do still think I've got a good life. I am still lucky and fortunate in. I've got a nice house and a nice husband and amazing kids. It's just so fucking shit that Bradley died, and I'm heartbroken over that. But the two things can live side by side. I just need to separate them. Otherwise, it totally ruins everything that's left.
Yeah.
And I just think that's a choice. Like, what do I get from being miserable? What do I get from not allowing myself to see?
We just have to pick certain days, don't we, that we
Yeah.
can take that positivity. There's some days that we just won't be able to do it, but I won't call it glimmers of hope, because it's not glimmers of hope. We're making it happen.
Yeah, I mean, I
We're saying,
cry every day. Every day. There isn't a day I don't cry and I don't feel heartbroken. But once, you know, it's just a 5 minutes every couple of hours. Do you know what I mean? Like,
I know exactly what you mean. Yeah. You don't have to explain that on air. Everybody will know exactly what you mean. Yesterday, we started doing. I sent you a picture. I might have sent
yes.
Simon a picture. So we decided we're taking a tree down that's dead. And first of all, I didn't even have to use my usual spiel that I have when I want anything doing. Like, oh, you do know, I have read in Grief that if you do something like challenging, and and it helps you release endorphins, and like, because I can tell Rob anything. It's like when I told him when I had Niall that the midwife said not to wear thongs anymore because it's dangerous. Believe that. Silly sod. Anyway, going off the subject. Anna just said we need to take that tree down that's dead. And now it's a massive tree. So you can put some pictures up. Show my tree.
It's
Yeah?
huge.
Show my tree. So we're there with the chainsaw. I wanted to have a go at the chainsaw. I soon got fed up of that. I think I did one branch and then Rob did the rest. But I did all day. We were working really hard. And it was nice, but I still cried.
Yeah.
And the reason why I cried was like, we was always Team Kinsella, me, Rob and Em.
Yeah.
We were Team Kinsella, what we got through. And my son wasn't involved in that team because he couldn't be because of COVID and everything we did. We tried to involve him, but he wasn't. And yesterday, he was part of Team Kinsella.
Yeah.
And she was missing. She'd have been up that bloody tree. She'd have had the chainsaw. She'd have been pulling them across the garden to go to the tip. And she was missed. And I was crying. I was crying as I was doing it. Nobody knew. I just got on with doing what I was doing. And then I just caught a glimpse of Rob and Niall pulling one of the 25-foot length. They'd cut it, but it was held together at the top with the ratchet strap. So there was pulling it out, and there was pulling and pulling on this big massive branch, which was like a tree in itself.
Yeah.
And he had a great big smile on his face. And I thought, we're still Team Kinsella. We're just a man down.
Yeah. You'll
And then
always be Team Kinsella.
Yeah. And last night, watching QI again, because it's all I watch, Jeremy Clarkson was on. And love or hate him, Emily loved him. Right? People, like he rubs some people up the wrong road, but it just made me laugh because he says it as it is.
Yeah.
And it was they showing the clip of him in the Reliant Robin when he turned it over, and that's one of Em's most favourite clips, and that come on last night. And we just looked at each other, and usually we would have just had to turn the telly off, go to bed, and think, right, not even discuss it. And we just laughed. And we,
Oh, that's nice.
wouldn't she love this programme? With
Yeah,
the
that's
knowledge,
nice.
the science part of it, and the guests, all the favourite people go on that. And we could talk about it.
That's nice.
Yeah,
and you don't realise that you get to this point until they happen, do
I'm not
they?
saying like one night next week when we're watching something else come off and we'll have to turn it off and go to bed, because it'll upset us. I'm not saying we're over it.
I mean, you had days last week that were tough, didn't you?
Yeah.
This isn't an everyday thing, but it's just nice that you can have.
It is nice, and I think you've got to just grasp onto them nice things
and hope that those days become more and more,
Yeah. Yeah.
Because at the end of the day, nothing's going to change anything. Nothing's going to bring them back.
No. And I'm still numb on, this makes me sound a really, really horrible person, this, what I'm going to tell you now, but we share everything, so I'm going to share it anyway. I don't want any hate mail.
Oh, God, what are you going to say?
And I'll come over. It was like there's a grass verge in front of our house, and some of the branches were there, and he was dealing with stuff on that side to make sure nobody tripped over him. And he says, "Mum, there's a bird in the road." So I went and had a look, and there was 2 of them, these little birds. And he said they were over on the other side. He said, "I don't know how they've walked there." So I went, "Oh, right, okay." I said, "Well, there's nothing we can do." And walked away. And Rob's going, "Karen, how can you say that?" So then he's building them a nest. And he's got the ladders out, and he's gone across the road. And he's bought these nests. It's made out of a cat's whiskers box. And all these bits of branches, and he's lifted them up and he's stroking them. And they were like opening the beaks that they wanted feeding. He's looking for worms. He's patting the floor looking for worms. And I'm like, "Are we doing this logging now or what?" And he's going, "Karen, you're horrible. What's up with you? Why? We've got to save them." And he's gone Googling it, what to do. And he says, "Right, I've done the best thing I can. I've took them to where Niall had seen the mother a bit ago." And I went, "Do you know Roxy's going to bring them in a minute, don't you?"
Oh,
And
don't.
he's going, don't. What is it? I said, "Just put them in the wheelie bin and put the lid down." And he went, "Oh." That's what I mean. I had no feelings for the birds. That is not me. It's like I've only got enough feeling for enough stuff. And I was up to my limit that day. I'm horrible.
No.
I'm only being
No.
honest.
No, I get it. I don't think I'd have put them in the bin. I think I'd have found someone else to look after them.
I
But
don't really mean that. I don't really mean that. I couldn't have physically done that, honestly.
Yeah.
But it did cross my mind.
It was just metaphorically you wanted them out of sight and out of mind.
You're just trying to stop all the hate mail, aren't you? No. All I'm trying to get my point across is that I can only deal with so much
Yeah, I get it.
trauma, so much upset.
Yeah.
And so much not nice stuff.
Yeah. I don't watch the news and that anymore.
No, can't watch the news.
I don't.
And going back to it, do you know how many times he went out last night putting his trainers on, going checking on him at 10:30 at night with his ladders under his neck?
He does realise that the more he goes near these birds, the less likely the mum is to come home. So, like,
He's
they're
out
his
there
now.
and he's been this morning to check on them, so I don't know whether they're still there or he's probably gone buying maggots or something. Anyway,
I just hope
me
they
being
live.
honest that I'm not a very nice person.
You are. That's just you are. It's just, yeah, we all have our capacity points, don't we?
Yeah, we do.
Yeah.
And I'm yesterday with everything else, I was up to my capacity.
Yeah.
I'll probably have him in the house later on today under a flipping light or something, whatever you have to do. Hand feeding him.
Yeah.
But, yeah. So we agree with positive mental attitude and what we want.
Yeah, I think so.
Be more mindful.
I think we have to. I just think we have to. And I don't think it eradicates the sadness. It doesn't take it away.
No.
It doesn't detract from it. It just makes some moments of the day a little bit easier, doesn't it?
Yeah. And it's where I want to go forward when I've retired, I've decided.
Yeah.
Yeah. And for our grief retreat, we can offer yoga and Reiki or Reiki, whatever you call it, and mindfulness and all that.
Like, you're kind of catching up with me where I was sort of 12 months ago.
Yeah.
I went through this whole wellness thing. It just seems to be a thing, I think.
What happened?
I don't know.
Did you... Are you still doing it? Because I've not noticed it. I've not noticed you doing yoga.
Oh no, Simon wants to do yoga.
I think Simon would be good at yoga. I think it would help
you both. He
keeps
saying to me, "Can we go on?"
And...
Because he doesn't work on a Friday. He keeps saying, "Can we go on a Friday?" And I'm like, don't know if there is one.
Well, I'll find you one. I'll send it him. I'll send him the link.
But he's like, can we go together? It would be good to go together.
It would. So what's putting you off that? Do you feel like that would be a waste of your time, that your time's valuable?
Yeah, it would be complete. I've done yoga twice, probably, with my friend who was like, oh, this is lovely. And I was like, fuck me, this is boring and slow. Like, and when they're like, lay here and switch your mind off, I'm thinking, how much more shit can I be doing than laying here? My mind's writing a to-do list when I get out of here, like.
Yeah, sometimes it does. Sometimes it does make a to-do list. It's like sometimes I take my yoga mat and go on my roof in Spain, lay it all out, and I get down and I think, oh, I need to clean down there. It's filthy. And then I think, oh, do you know what? I could put a nice little throw there or another plant over there, and then do nothing but no yoga. Like I do one sticking my ass in the air, doing a downward dog for 3 seconds, and then I'm like, oh, I'll go back down now. Right. It takes longer to find my yoga mat, right? Because I've usually used it for something else. Do you know what? I had a yoga mat years ago, and I came in, Emily had set a tent up. It was actually in this room, and she set this indoor tent up and said, yeah, she said, can I get a few things out of the garage? I said, yeah. So the tent was one of them. And the other thing was an old grey yoga mat, right? And she'd felt tipped a road on it. Drawn all the things. She had all these cars on it. And I went, what's that you've got? She said, I don't know, I found it. Should have drawn on it. Is that okay? And it was a yoga mat. It's the best use the yoga mat's ever had.
Oh, that's really creative, though.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. God, she was creative. Yeah.
Yeah.
God, the shit we used to find around the house was all the potions and things.
Oh, bless her.
Yeah. Do you know what? I don't know what it is this week. I've been thinking about her. You know, when you say that you can't be in it 100%, but I've been thinking about her all the time, constantly. Yeah. Did you go through that as well? Like everything turned round to her. I don't mean everything sad. I mean a good mixture of happy and sad.
I would say I'm still there.
Right. Everything. Just, you know, like you name it. If I can talk about her, I will do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'd say I'm still there. And sometimes it's happy and sometimes I cry, but not necessarily feel sad. I just cry.
No, it's about this PMA again, because why can't we have hurt and hope at the same time?
Yeah.
Because that's what it is, isn't it?
Yeah.
We're not trying to cheer ourselves up. We're just trying to keep going.
Yeah, no, I've definitely been like that. It's a bit.
And another thing, you know how we're saying we're a magnet to people in our position?
Yeah.
Oh, it was really weird. I had a customer in, and I was chatting to him when he dropped his car off, and then I'd rang him to say, you know, like, oh, it's ready, blah, blah, and he come up, and I just said, would it be okay if the car goes into tomorrow? And he went, oh, I could really do with my car tonight. I'm sorry. And, you know, I said, well, we're trying to get the parts, but we'll do our best. And then I don't usually chase up the parts because I know they're doing their best. And I went, really need this. Is there any way you can get it to us? So, and I said, can you just leave that to Rob? I said, I really want this man's car. I just feel like he should have it in straight away. Rob would usually, well, I can't. But he just went, right, okay. And we got his car ready and he come and picked it up. And he was doing his bill and everything. And I said, oh, I know you needed your car. And he went, yeah, I did. He said, my partner's been in hospital since February. And he's been transferred to palliative care to Christie's today. There's nothing more they can do. And I just knew.
Yeah,
not
you just
apathic or anything, all shite like that. Oh, sorry, I swore, Larry. But I just knew that he was at his limit on that day, and he needed his car to go to the hospital.
It's sad, isn't it? Do you know what I feel like? I don't know whether, like you say, it's just that we're more in tune with it now, but I just feel like there's more of it going on. You know, I just feel like
it wasn't in our life before, and it is now.
Yeah.
Yeah, so, and it's just everywhere.
That's how I feel, yeah. Yeah.
And even though we've been through what we've been through, it's hard, but I like to think we still have hope.
Yeah.
I still have hope for my friend Lynn. She's got a diagnosis now. She's got stage 4 lung cancer after having the all clear just before Christmas. It's back. It's back with a vengeance. It's in numerous places. It's under her arms and this, that, and the other. But we've still got hope.
Yeah. You have to have hope.
Yeah.
Hope is a massive, massive word.
Yeah.
Hope's what has got us through when Bradley was ill.
Yeah. It's got us
Hope.
through some really bad days, hasn't it?
Yeah. 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 100%.
Yeah. So this is us not being gloomy today, by the way, just in case you've just tuned in and you don't know.
I just feel like, do you know what? I used to say that the sunshine really helped me. And it did for the first few days. And then the sun's been around quite a bit. And I'm not being British and moaning about the weather or anything, but it soon shifted from I really need the sunshine to make me feel better to the sunshine makes me really realise how much he's missing. And then I sat there thinking, fucking hell, like, I just can't please myself, you know?
No. So sometimes you can't. And do you know what? Other than getting jobs done and things that I need to do and very just everyday things like getting your washing dry, I really couldn't care less what the weather's doing outside that window. I really do not care. And it makes no difference to my mood whatsoever. I don't, that is what I've come to think of, and that's only recently. So what you're saying,
Yeah.
just because the sun's shining, yeah, you think, oh, I'm in a better mood, and then that hits you. How can I be in a better mood? My son's died. He should be here enjoying this sun. So we're always on a given day. We're always going to have those negative feelings, aren't we? On that particular day, but then tomorrow might arrive and it's sunny and it might not come. So we're just going to make the most of the days that they're not there and think to ourselves, do you know what? Got through another day.
Yeah.
And as much as I'm breaking, as much as I'm broken, hurt, upset, I've made a massive step through another day.
Yeah.
And give ourselves a medal.
Yeah.
Or cake.
I'd rather have crisps and cake.
I've made this morning a stink actually. I stink of Balti. I've done a vegetable Balti sauce, and I'm making a chicken Balti pie.
Nice.
So you can put a picture at the end if you want.
Yeah, nice. We've got, I don't know what we've got. We've got meal. I did all my meal prep, haven't I? So we've got whatever I got out on my meal prep because I don't cook at the minute. That's been my lifesaver.
Yeah, so you've done 2 full days cooking, and how many days? It got 50 meals done, was it? Yeah, you had to go out and buy a new fridge freezer, but
yeah, I did have to do that. Which
you
was
blew
a bit
your
sad.
fridge freezer up.
Yeah, it was being overworked. Yeah, loads and loads and loads of food. It's about 4 weeks, so I should only need to cook 2 days every 4 weeks.
Right, brilliant.
You know, it just makes life so much easier.
I'm going to do it. I'm going to get my act together eventually, and I'm going to do that.
I mean, even our breakfast this morning, I batch cooked when we did all the cooking. I just made loads of breakfast muffins with like sausage patty, eggs, bacon in a muffin, and then I've just literally whacked it in the air fryer this morning, and with all our breakfast muffins this morning with no mess, no cooking. I just got them all out the freezer last night and we stuck them in the air fryer this morning.
Brilliant.
You know, and you think, oh, that's just easier.
Well, it also makes you just like, if it's there, you don't reach for something else.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm portion control.
Yeah. And it's all back to the brain again and how clever the brain is. I mean, I went in the fridge this morning to get some milk out for my coffee, and and I saw the tub of cheese. I don't usually buy cheese unless it's low fat, horrible, tasteless shit. And I've sort of gone on to a bit nicer cheese. And I opened the fridge to get my milk, and I thought, oh, I'll have a slice of cheese. And I thought, you don't need it. You just had a great big bowl of fruit and fibre with everything thrown in it. I even had my antihistamine so I could have some almond slices on the top because I'm allergic to almonds. So I had my antihistamine half an hour before. That's good, that's thinking about it. But I start frothing at the mouth, you know what's up with it.
You just carry your EpiPen around with you.
Yeah.
Fucking hell.
But yeah, it's all about organisation. And if you're more organised, you're less likely to eat the wrong thing, and it's all about life, isn't it, as well? I'm not being preachy. I'm just saying what's getting me through. That meal plan is getting you through some difficult weeks, the difficult times with your job change, with you so busy. So it's just having those 2 days and sorting the food out. Plus, you're doing it together. You and Simon, and he loved it. You enjoyed it together.
Yeah. Weirdly, but yeah. Yeah, no, it was nice. And it's just, like say, it's one less stress.
Yeah, and we're so hard on ourselves, aren't we, with things like, I probably spoke about it before, you know, like standing in the queue to be weighed at Fat Club, and the first thing you say is, oh God, I had this and I had that, and then I had 4 bags of crisp and blah, 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 God knows what the scales will say. We don't say, do you know what, I've had a really challenging week this week. I'm so stressed, I've been stressed with work, I've been doing this, I've been doing that, I've been doing the other, and I think I've done well considering, because I had 3 really good days. And it's what will be on the scales. We don't do that. Nobody ever does that. We're bloody hard on ourselves. And Christ, we're grieving. I mean, we can cry, but be grateful at the same time.
Yeah.
Yeah? So it's all about mindfulness, isn't it?
Yeah.
We don't need toxic positivity. That just shuts down real emotion. We're being realistic. We're doing it. We're getting through. Some days are shit. Some days are not so shit. We're doing it.
Yeah.
It's rooted in honesty, isn't it? It allows us to grieve.
Yeah.
But achieve at the same time. Full of all these witty remarks this week, aren't I?
You are. Someone's been on ChatGPT.
No, I haven't actually. I haven't. I think you should take that back. I think that's quite rude of you. It's because I've been doing my cleaning and I've been thinking.
Oh, yeah,
and once
dangerous.
I get an idea in my head, I'm thinking, I have just been trying to practice that this week.
I've just been in distraction mode, just busy. Can't even tell you what I've done, really. You know, like, I know I've cried every day. We took Bradley's car to get fixed yesterday, and I cried all the way there. And I cried when we left the house, because I had to follow his car there. Like, it was over 3 hours to drive, so I was driving my car. So I cried as I was leaving the estate following his car. I cried as we got there to drop it off. And I don't know whether I'm happy or sad.
You're just crying?
Yeah.
Just something your body needs?
Yeah. And then we went to a friend's house last night. It was one of their kids' birthdays. And the other one, her birthday's in a couple of weeks. And she said, do you remember about 10 years ago when I sat at your house on the bunk beds with Bradley and I was talking to him and we were talking about when we get older? And she said, he told me that when I turn 18, he'll be the first person to buy me a pint. She said, and I'm 18 in 2 weeks. And you think, oh, it's shit. But she said, I sat and I had a little cry. She said, and we sat and talked about him. So then at the same time, as much as I'm sitting there, crying, I think it's so nice that people are still thinking about him and talking about him.
Yeah, it is.
I just wish that he could be here to buy her a drink,
I know you do. I know.
But, yeah.
So when she has that first drink, I bet she's had one already anyway. Let's be realistic. Yeah, she's probably had plenty of drinks by now. She's not
Yeah.
waiting until she's 18, is she?
No.
Well then.
No, but
she can have her first drink on her 18th to Bradley.
yeah. Yeah.
Doesn't
That's what I
make up
thought.
for it. It doesn't make up that he's not here.
No.
But
No. No. It's just weird, isn't it?
yeah,
How
but
complex it all is.
It's hard that the people missing them. I mean, there's people that should have remembered Emily's anniversary that haven't, and that's upset me.
Yeah, that's tough. I found that
can't
hard.
say it. I mean, I go on that I forget birthdays and all that, but this isn't a birthday. This is year 2, and I think a message or something would have been nice. And I've sort of brushed over it, thinking, right, everybody's busy, everybody's got their lives to go on. But deep down, I've got to acknowledge, I am upset over it.
Yeah, I would be. It kind of feels like, to me, when that happens, it's a betrayal to like Bradley.
Yeah, not
You
to
know,
us.
I feel, it's not me that's hurt. I feel like I'm laying him down because I'm not doing enough for people to remember him.
Yeah.
That's how, and I know everybody would say, but that's not, it's not that at all. But that's how I feel, and I can't help that.
You can't help how you feel. You feel different things on different days about it.
Yeah.
Some days you think, all right, come on, stop being so mad, Karen. Like it's everybody's lives moved on. But I think, should have had a message of some sort.
Yeah.
And it hurts. It's really, it hurts deep. And we've got enough things to be going on with that somebody can't just send you a message.
Yeah, but I think a lot of that comes back to because we do have those positive days, and it's that understanding of that sadness and happiness do live side by side.
Yeah.
And I think unless that you've been here in our position, I don't think people just understand that.
No.
And I think they mistake some of the smiley faces for thinking that it's different now, but it's not at all. That pain's still the same, isn't it?
Oh, but this is my own family.
Yeah.
They know the pain's there. Anyway.
Yeah. You can't choose your family, can you?
No.
Rubbish. Anyway, this was a happy episode.
It is a happy episode. I've just had
positivity.
Still being positive. Positively happy. Got my tree down. And got a busy week ahead. How's work? Positive. Don't forget, I'm going to be positive.
What's just work and it's lovely.
I think I'd rather have whiny than positive back. Bring back whiny.
It just is what it is, and I just turn up every day and I get paid.
Yeah, that's all we need to do, isn't it?
Yeah. I really hope I don't have to do this for the next 20 years, but do you know what? It's the least amount of effort for the most amount of return.
Our ideas and get moving. And I'll have much more time in a few weeks to do that. And then I will annoy you as much as you annoy me.
Oh God. I'm gonna regret everything, aren't I?
Yeah.
The tables are gonna turn.
Yeah. So Rob's got an idea of a job. Just because Simon's got an idea of a job, Rob's got to put his thinking stuff on now. And
oh, what's Rob doing?
Well, he's actually been approached. Somebody's asked him when he retires, or even they didn't even know he was retiring. Would he sort of not coach them, but give him some guidance on track days? And,
okay, he'll like that, won't he?
If he paid him, and he said, he said, yeah, I might do that. He said, like just helping on the setup, riding positions, and have the tyres warm and ready for him, and take pictures, and just have.
He'll love that.
Yeah, because it's a busy day and people come in. So
And
come in
it's
from the
something that
thing.
he really passionate
And
about.
he's
Like,
good at it. I think he's good at it anyway. And then
yeah,
when
he'll
Rob
love
said,
that.
"Oh yeah, I could do this, I could do it," he went, "Well, would you be able to do it for my friend as well?" And you know, like, and he said, "We'll pay you. We'll pay." So this is like, it's just like landed on his lap. Don't
On his
think,
dream job as well.
yeah. I
Like,
don't think whether anything will come of it, but it's getting him
that's
through another
amazing.
day, isn't it?
Yeah, that's amazing.
I did think
Oh, that's really good.
your idea for Simon was good as well.
I don't know whether anything will come of that, but
Yeah, well, it's an idea, it's a thought, it's a discussion, it's something other than grief, it's something other than sadness.
yeah,
And even if you take it so far and it doesn't go any further, it doesn't matter, does it?
no, it's something to distract everybody at the
Not just
here and now, isn't
distraction,
it?
it's growth,
Yeah,
isn't it? It
yeah,
is. We know we've got gratitude, we've got growth, we've got loads of things like that,
yeah,
and we still got the pain and sorrow. We know that.
yeah,
We know,
yeah,
but we're doing it.
yeah.
So going back to the Zoom calls. Oh no, we hadn't even thingied it. So, do you
Look at
think?
you, newsreader.
You know, I'm like Angela Rippers, put my leg up there in a bit, do it splits. Did I ever tell you that? In our other house, he came in, and Emily used to go to. See, I'm back to talking about Emily. This is my favourite topic. Emily went to gymnastics for about 5 years, something like that. Got all the badges, and she was really, really rubbish. Yeah. I probably spoke about this before, and then she said, I actually said to the teacher, "Is she ever going to be a gymnast?" She went, "No, she's not." Does she enjoy it? Well, no, she doesn't even enjoy it. She went, "No, give it up then." Right. So there's a long story cut short. So I remember coming in once and she was doing a cartwheel across the room. Oh, I said, "I could do a cartwheel." "Mom, can you do a cartwheel?" "Yeah, I could do a cartwheel." Yeah. So I did a cartwheel across the room. Yeah. Oh my God, I had to go to a chiropractor every day. But yeah, so I do think I could do these things in my head. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I do yoga. It's because I took my yoga mat up on the roof and stick my ass in the air.
Yeah, I still, in my brain, sometimes think I'm like 25, and then I'm like, nah, double that. Yeah, my body doesn't do what my brain thinks it can.
No. But going back to the Zoom calls, do you think we need like a poll to make sure before you do everything and set everything up, people actually do want it?
Yeah, where do we put a poll up though?
I don't know. You can do it on.
Can you do it on
You
YouTube?
could do it on YouTube Community. Yeah.
Oh, good idea.
Yeah.
That's a you thing though. I don't know how to do that one.
You'll have to learn, won't you? You need to like take this challenge up now and
do I
start it. Yeah.
So shall I give you this week's episode to edit, and you can take up the challenge and learn how to do that?
No, I've got a business to sell.
Yeah.
Got a tree to cut up. Got 4 loads to the tip to do today.
Oh God. Will
I'm
they
the
let you in
manual
4
side.
times? Will they let you in 4 times? Ours wouldn't.
Yeah, of course I will.
Oh God, no, ours wouldn't. You wouldn't be allowed to go in 4 times in one day.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh no, you can go as many times as you want, I think.
Oh no, we wouldn't be allowed.
We go every week to the tip at least twice.
No.
Am I sad with that? Is there only me that likes going to the tip and having a good clear out?
Oh no, we do a tip one at least
I
once a
love it
week.
when my bins are empty. It's a really good feeling. How sad is that? Yeah. Right. So yeah, we need to sort this Zoom thing out.
We'll do that.
See what happens. Have a poll. See what either poll of 1. Does people think it's a good idea? And 2, what do you want to talk about?
Yeah. How often?
Yeah.
What days?
Yeah.
What times?
Yeah.
And we'll try and then find a happy medium.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I want to speak to our friends in Australia and New Zealand and California. So there you go, work that one out.
And Kevin will be in those ones a lot more, sadly, because can't get rid of him all the time. Bless him.
Need to have a cat. I think.
No,
we'll
I don't.
just- yeah. All right.
No, I
I've
don't.
exhausted that one. So, if anybody in England wants a cat, I will deliver it. She comes with all her injections.
I mean, she's lovely. She's just
chipped.
Yeah.
Yeah. Free box of whiskers.
Someone please take the cat.
Please. No, I'll be sad. Oh, she could come with 2 birds.
Dead or alive.
Yeah.
Oh, right.
Right. So, thank you for listening. More thumbs up. Thank you very much. And let's have a positive week.
Yeah. We can do
We
this.
can still cry, but we'll cry positively. Can you do that? We can do anything, can't we? Us grievers.
Yeah.
So grab yourself a cuppa.
Yeah. Find a comfortable spot.
And we'll journey through grief together.
Thank you.
Bye.